How are we today? Let's just jump right on in, shall we? Right back here. Only this time, I've got some interesting things. So, I went out and scouted a bunch of really cool landscapes and digitized them into map arts. So we're gonna put some of these to use. Forget these stupid old vanilla paintings. We're gonna use real paintings, or at least the closest approximate one can find. Okay. Now I'm not entirely certain if I want to reuse these. These are all pretty damn cool. So like, I don't blame you for, you know, creaming your pants or whatever. How is everybody? Hey, Rumen. Hey, Kenshi. Hey, Mr. Tree. Hey, Stulio. Hey, Hunger. Hey, Mike. How are y'all? Okay. I think that goes there. No? Was that one a... Whoops. I don't even remember what parts were what. Okay, so I did that one. Cool. Now then. Good night. Okay, well, I understand if it's nighttime for you. So did that. Ah, okay, so this is a straight up and down painting. That's okay, but I don't want that there because it's off center. Where would a good 2 by 1? Or would that be 1 by 2? I think that would go good up here. Like that. Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty. I'll go ahead and put a second one there. So yeah. Playing some Magic to distract. Okay. Magic the Gathering, I take it. Oh wait, is this one... How does this one go? I don't want to inadvertently confuse map arts, because that'll get real crazy real fast. Ah, what did you lost? I don't know what you lost. I don't think anything got lost. What you talking about, Poncho Hamster? Ah. Okay, so this is a 2 by 3 painting, which I might just replace here. Nothing. Okay, good. Whoops. Ah, okay, so it goes in a row like that. Perfect. Isn't that just beautiful? Especially with these glowing item frames. And so if I'm not mistaken, these should be a 2 by 2. This, and this. Okay, good. Good. Shite. I broke an obby. Oh, hey, Justimo. Thank you for the donation, man. I'm doing great today. How are you? Everything should be going pretty all right. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I bet this is not a 2 by 2. I bet it's a 2 by 3. Yeah, I got plenty of that goodness. Let's see. Actually, I might have to come back to that one. So if that's a 2 by 3, then it mirrors this one perfectly. No sense in yeah. Oh, that's perfect. And then this is a separate one. Now, how big is this one? I forget. I did these like almost a week ago. So I'm kind of trying to refresh my memory as to what I selected. Oh, this one's blank. Okay, so from that one forward, 420. So from ID 420 and onward, I don't have things for these. Okay. I might just copy that painting over there then. And then... That's good. So I think I'll leave that painting there just as like an homage to the original. Oh. Amazing, isn't it? Out of context, what's going on? Oh, untranslatable Spanish express. I see. Well, yeah, I don't get Spanish, sorry. I ain't a Spanish speaker. Okay. That, and that. I really do like this painting. I mean, this is beautiful. Well, actually, this is a photograph, I should say. Looks amazing, though. Hot diggity damn. And then as for up here... Guess I can leave the shittier vanilla paintings there. They aren't too big of a deal. You know, cuss word in Spanish, know how to say library is red. Yeah. Are the map arts going to be around in the world download? Of course. You'll get everything as it is. So don't worry. I got plenty of stuff to look forward. You have plenty of stuff to look forward to, I mean. I've got to find another one for that. 16. I got to return these to my map art museum. I haven't finished assembling the map art museum. But that'll do for now. So yeah. Ooh, actually, I think I want this one. I've already decided I want that one. Isn't it majestic just flying through this place? Oh. You're starting to love that room? Oh, I'm starting to love it too. I haven't even put any paintings in here, and I probably could. Or I probably should, really. I like that design. How does this look with this beside it? Sort of like as a border. Shit. I like that. That's entrancing. I will have to find another 2x2 to put here, or 2x1 rather. Just because that's so amazing looking. Holy shit. Where's my slabs? Okay. Now then. So I got that pretty well done. So that's mostly this room finished. Or at least this bottom section of the room. I still want to do something here, up here. Yeah, up here is still somewhat blank. I feel like it could do with a hanging ceiling related, not necessarily a chandelier, but like a decorative something to fill out the space. I'm just gonna build it. Have I got one street light? Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Kenshi. Yes, I will put that in there. I think I can make that a 2x1 so that it will fit right there. It's funny. I got the inspiration to do, you know, map arts in this room from that painting you gave me But somehow I let the idea of the painting itself, like, escape my eye. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. Wand. Oh well. Now then, let us get to the meat and potatoes. Okay. More questions. More questions. So, I've elected personally, I know one or two people have wondered about this. I've elected personally to not name names for questions, just because some people are more question eager, shall we say, than others, and it has kind of been a sore point, especially in the Discord. So I don't really want to like single anybody out. So if you ask me a question, I'm not going to say who you are. It's just going to stay anonymous. Don't worry about it. I'm not changing that. That is a personal preference. Sorry. Just is what it is. So this person asks, Jack, do you use a voice changer? No, I don't use a voice changer. I don't use any extra audio equipment. I've just got my mic and that's it. I've thought about getting a Go XLR. I don't really need a Go XLR, to be honest, or anything hyper fancy like that. It would be cool to do voice modification stuff like what, a Go XLR can allow. But at the same time, I'm not chomping at the bit to get one. Oh no, this is an odd number. Or no, an even number versus an odd number. Oh no, crap. How'd I mess that up? Yeah, see, that's 22, and then this should be 23? No, 21. Let's just shrink this side down. Now then. I've also thought about doing singing streams because there have been people who have been, they've asked me, hey Jack, you've got a great voice, you should sing. And it's not like I can't sing. I don't know, I'd be very nervous doing that. But I've looked into like getting a reverb plugin for OBS. Shit, this is still an even number. Oh, I only backed up this back half. No wonder. Okay. I should have moved this portion here. But anyway, I wouldn't mind doing that. It's just not easy. I don't know. I would have to look into how to do stuff like that. With all like the questions about, musical preferences and stuff like that, I have a very wide variety of tastes. I don't know. I hope I wouldn't get hit by like copyright and shit. Because I love a lot of really old school mainstream bands. Like the Scorpions, Def Leppard, Boston, Journey. Like so many really high profile names from the 80s and 90s. And then other smaller bands, some grunge stuff like Stone Temple Pilots, Nirvana. I would love to do some of that stuff. I just don't know that I'd be able to get away with it. Like, YouTube is just so trigger happy, I really don't know that it would be a wise idea to even push my luck. So who knows? I could try it out. I really could. If it bites me in the ass, I could just like unlist it or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have thought about it. Don't worry. If that's something that tickles your fancy, it tickles my fancy too. I wouldn't mind. It's just not that simple, I wouldn't mind trying, even if it's on like a test stream or a privated stream or some relatively small venue. I don't know. We'll see. So if that's something you've been jumping for or haven't thought about until now, and that sounds cool, give me time. I will try to work out the kinks about that. Kansas. Oh, I love Kansas. Oh my God. My favorite song of all time is Dust in the Wind by Kansas. I believe I've talked about it before, but it's got a really good, really strong theme that it's a good life lesson that people don't want to learn. And yeah, it's some heavy stuff. It really is. But I wouldn't mind doing that. I can sing that one really, really, really well, too. So I wouldn't mind giving it a shot at some point in the future. Oh, but yeah. So that's pretty well that person's question. What was my best moment on 2B2T? Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I think one of the best moments I had on 2B2T was me building Space Valk, the original. By the way, go get your Space Valkyria t-shirt today. You know, you only got, what, like, today's Monday. You got until Saturday. You know, pre-orders are flying. Don't hesitate. You will not get this opportunity again. It's going to be a really interesting thing to see. I'm interested to see how many people want such a thing. I've already discussed the plushie idea with Fit, and we're basically waiting to see the analytics on the sales itself to see if that's even remotely doable, because obviously something like plushies would be way harder to make work. So, you know, nothing tenuous or nothing definitive about that. It's just an idea I had because of I forget who gave me that idea initially. I'm so sorry. I would say whose idea it was initially if I remembered. And if you remember, tell me on Discord. You know, I forget shit like this so easily. It's just a really good idea that I kind of got stars in my eyes about, and then I promptly forgot details around it. I'm very prone to shit like that, so you know, if I forget something and it's important and it's a detail that you remember, don't hesitate to like correct me on Discord and be like, oh yeah, you know, credit it for, you know, say who did what. Like, yeah, I would happily do that if I remember. Actually, I think I might just change this one around like so. What am I doing? I have the dumb debug stick. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah. So yeah, my favorite 2B2T moment was definitely making Space Valkyria, because everything I did with that, like, I could just kind of feel it. It was different, you know? It was way different than anything I'd been building up to that point. It took off so fast. I could tell just as I was putting the blocks together that I had something on my hands. I couldn't really tell you what. I had no idea what it would turn into. Just that I could tell that what I was making was really cool. And it was the first time ever in all of my Minecraft experience. It was the very first time that I could really go, hey, wait a sec. I think I might have something here. This is really cool. I should keep doing this. This is a really, you know, interesting build idea. I could make it work. I never anticipated it would be something I'd be known for. Initially, I didn't even really want to be known for it. I just wanted people to leave me alone. But, like, you know, that was just my curmudgeon side, in all honesty. I kind of figured out, I don't know, like about 7 or 8 months afterward, I kind of figured out that it was something people really liked. And that it wasn't so bad. And that having people care about something you do isn't the end of the world. Now, when the Russia War happened about, I don't know, what was that? It was about a year later. 7 months after Space Valk was like right around the end of 2015. Like, that's when people began to really respect me as a builder. They knew that I was the one who did that. I could make cool shit like that. And so like that was interesting. I really liked having that level of understanding. People just kind of knew. That's really cool. I like that hanging down bit. However, that's just too troublesome to put with the damn debug stick. So yeah, that was really kind of my fondest, best moment, I would say. A close second would probably be going to the lands one last time after hearing Jared was going to show around the camping rusher. And I'm going to I was going to be like, no, you're not going to fucking parade the dead corpse of my base around for your own amusement. No. I didn't even think he was actually showing the camping rusher. I thought it was just like him scouting out the area to like do it the next day or something. And then I saw the name Wild X and I was like, wait a second, isn't that one of Rusher's fuck buddies? Sure enough, it was. And then, yeah, Rusher himself was like, yeah, you crystalled the camping rusher. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way that's real. I do not believe you. Sure enough, it was real. That had to have been like an elation, a level of excitement that I hadn't really had it since. That's the other unfortunate thing. Like, I've not had that moment of absolute victory. Holy shit, I'm on top of the world. I hadn't had that really since I crystalled the camping rusher and Jared. Since I took them both out, no. Very unfortunate. I would love to have had another hoorah kind of moment like that. But sadly, it just wasn't meant to be. So yeah. Am I still in touch with Pyrobite? No, unfortunately, Pyro has disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where he went. I hear Tristan still has contact with him, but I don't. So I'm very, very much at a loss. Pyro was cool. I wish I could talk to him again. Just to shoot the shit. Not even because, like, 2B2T stuff is something... I've pretty well heard all the crazy stuff that he was involved with and that others were involved with. So I wouldn't even really, like, want to grill him on history or anything. I just want to, like, get to know an old friend again, you know? Really a shame that he just up and disappeared. But what can you do, you know? I mean, people come and go. Life changes. People change. People go in different directions. Ooh. It's just how it is. So yeah, that was that question. How many pounds am I over the national average? Holy shit. I know who asked that one. I am not. I haven't really gained weight. Like, I have not gained weight since I was probably a child. Or probably since I hit my early teens. I pretty well have been the same weight for 20 years. Easily. So, I mean, I don't really want to gain weight for obvious reasons. I don't think anyone wants to gain weight. And I've been very fortunate enough to not have to worry about that. So let's hope that can continue. Oh, that's off center. Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, that's on center. That's off center. No. Oh well. I can train myself to just turn a blind eye to that. It's fine. There doesn't nobody needs to panic. There aren't two. 2 blocks missing or anything. No, but let nobody's OCD act up. Just train yourselves to turn a blind eye. Oh shit, that's actually off kilter. Thankfully, that's easily fixed. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. This. There we go. Paintings are delicate. So yeah, I've never had to experience any sort of weight challenge. I don't really think about it, to be honest. Weight has never been a problem for me. Actually, I think I'm going to turn those into there. And I can only hope that it stays that way. So yeah, good question. Person who I totally don't know. When am I making Space Valkyria X Fitlantis? I'm not gonna. Fitlantis is not my shtick. I did have a really cool idea that I won't go into any detail on because it's huge spoilers for things that I want to do in the future. But, well, let's just say, you know, you wouldn't fault me for wanting to make a certain design in the far future. Probably not gonna make it in hardcore, but who knows? Time will tell. I'm just gonna make some cool shit, and you can come along for the ride. Personally, I hate to say this, when Fit was building Fitlantis, I was kind of underwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the most amazing base in the world. It didn't, like, shock me to my core or anything like that. I actually unironically gave Fit a really cool adventure map at exactly that point in time, and I was like, hey dude, you know, this adventure map has an Atlantis underwater segment. In fact, most of it takes place inside that Atlantis underwater segment. Like, your build could do well to have some influence from this. You know, you could incorporate some things into it from this adventure map. I think it was Captive Minecraft 3, I want to say. Captive Minecraft 2, something like that. The world border mechanic had just been introduced, and so people would make adventure maps regarding that. It was a really cool concept. You would gain achievements, and by completing achievements, the world border would, like, you would be in the middle of the world border, but it would be only the immediate blocks around you, and you really wouldn't be able to move too far outside it. And so as you did achievements, the world would get larger and larger, allowing you to progress farther and farther up the Atlantis construct, and it was a really cool adventure map idea. And when you finally beat the whole thing, you get out, and you're in a roughly this building sized area with the world border outside, and you can gaze off into the distance and see the rest of Atlantis, and it was really epic looking, and it had like a really cool depth fog effect underwater, and you know, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, Fit, you should do this. You should use this as your, you know, Fitlantis inspo. I don't know, something. He never did. And in my opinion, Fitlantis was not terribly strong. Rather ironic, considering the place had a gem built into it. So I don't know. But hey, you know, to each their own. Everybody has their own style and sense of building and decoration and just all that jazz. So there's really not a no hard feelings about him not using it. I feel like it would have benefited, but at the same time, Fit had fun doing his thing. You know, you can't really tell someone what to do regarding how to build something, how to make something. Because when you do, like, it saps all the fun out of it. The North Korea base, Imp Space. It was often referred to as North Korea, by the way, yes. The basemates themselves referred to it that way. No joke. They unironically called it North Korea. Because Imperator it's German for Emperor of the Earth. He would basically soft bully his basemates into, like, doing builds that either he wanted them to do or to finish builds that they half started. And I get why. You know, I can understand. Like, I had basemates who were absolute, you know, lazy sacks of crap. And I say that lovingly because we were all very cool with each other. And yeah, they were notorious about finishing shit. Like, I bet you all don't know this, but the original Space Valkyria was gonna be a series of builds by everybody. It wasn't just going to be, you know, one or two people doing something. It just kind of unfortunately ended up being that way. And it was very unfortunate, but, you know, not everybody wanted to build or could effectively build out over the void. And that was just one of the unfortunate side effects. One dude, Lemonfoot, he made the beginnings of a house of some kind at the void level. And he got maybe 50 blocks placed. He just never finished or did anything more from there. It was very, very sad. It was such a shame that he couldn't do whatever it was he wanted to do. He had like a mansion, some sort of idea like that he wanted to finish. I don't know. Would have been cool. I would have loved to see it, but never came to be. Such sad. Actually, I think I just want to connect it like that. Oh, but yeah. Ah, the nostalgia. The nostalgia is strong with questions like those. Thank you so much. Person I know who asked that. My favorite food. Ooh. So there is this really, really delectable cut of beef. It's called a chuck roast. I believe chuck is like hindquarters, somewhere in there. And it's not a terribly tough cut of meat, but it's all about how you prepare it. You get a pan and you sear it on all sides. You know, season it appropriately. And then you pop it in a crock pot. And for those of you who don't know, a crock is a type of stoneware. So you put it in a crock pot and you let it slow cook for like 3 or 4 hours. Oh my God, that produces the most fall apart, tender cut of meat. Chuck roasts don't come on the bone, so there's no bone to pick through, none of that. You save, you know, the drippings is what we call them, and you make the most delectable gravy out of the drippings that come out of the meat in the crock pot, and then the seared bits in the skillet left over. you just make the most amazing, delectable gravy out of that. It's fattening, I warn you. If you're not into that, I'm sorry. If you're not a meat eater, I'm sorry. You serve that over rice or with mashed potatoes, your choice. Oh, that is a foodgasm waiting to happen. It is just nothing short of amazing. I just, the smell, the texture, words fail me when it comes to describing how amazing that dish is. And yeah, it just, oh. I'm having that for Christmas dinner, come to think of it. We decided on that yesterday. Just because it's such a good meal. It's great on a cold winter's night or afternoon, depending on what favorite meal time you like to have. It just, ooh. I'm hungry right now because the meal I ate was not filling enough, and like just dreaming about that is making me salivate. Oh. If it weren't for my tea drying out my mouth, perfect. Absolutely perfection. Chuck roast is all right. Oh, dude, it's beyond all right. You gotta cook it just right. And if you do, it is heaven. Heaven in my mouth. Simply amazing. Come to think of it, any crock-pot based dish is really good if done well. As long as you don't burn it when you sear whatever your meat is. If you sear it appropriately and you season it appropriately, the crock-pot makes it fall apart delectable. 100% of the time. We've taken to doing that with pork chops. And it is amazing. Simply irresistibly amazing. Time for everybody's favorite shortcut. A bajillion leaves just fucking everywhere. Why are they here? Because they look good. Why are they growing from the ceiling? Because reasons. Leaves make every build amazing. Leave it to me, is what the leaves are saying. I'll make your build less crappy. I'll make it look cluttered, but without looking disorganized. I'll make it feel lived in without feeling oppressive. Leaves are the go-to cheat that I have discovered. Let's see now, when did I discovered this cheat in like 2013, I want to say, with the Sky Temple of Autism. And I don't think I ever really got to use it effectively in Space Valkyria, but regardless, leaves make the world feel alive. They will make your build feel alive, and you don't have to care or consider how you're placing them. Wait a sec, is this pattern wrong? Oh no, is this pattern off? Oh wait, no, it's perfect. Never mind, it's every 2 blocks. Okay. Whew. I confizzled myself. But yeah, leaves are perfect. They are the best accentuator block. Any sort of organic material will make a dead, empty space feel lively. I almost said lifeful. What did Jack just moan about for 2 minutes? I was gone. I moaned about an amazing roast. It's a type of beef called a chuck roast. It is delectable when cooked in a crock pot for about 3 to 4 hours. There. That's a pretty adequate summation of that wonderful recipe. So yeah. Wonderful question, person who asks lots of questions. Half of you probably know who that is. Anyway, favorite drink, to pair off the food question. Favorite drink, iced coffee. We have this really wonderful blend of coffee that my parents discovered before I was born and have just drank for decades because it is an amazing blend of coffee. It is Community, which is the company, I believe. Let me turn down my volume. Yeah, Community Blend, or Community Brand Coffee. Community is an old New Orleans company, I believe. My parents used to live near New Orleans years and years and years ago, well before I was born. And that's where they discovered this wonderful coffee company. And yeah, they have this wonderful blend, specialty from New Orleans, very originally named New Orleans Blend. And it just has, it's just this dark-ish roast. I think it's a medium roast. Blend of coffee. But the beauty about it is chicory. And if you don't know what chicory is, it's a type of herb. It's roasted and ground up in the coffee itself, and you just drip feed it like normal. It's not a special coffee in and of itself, but the chicory, oh my god, chicory makes coffee amazing. It has a warm, sort of nutty aftertaste. Happy No Nut November, by the way. I don't play that game personally, but if you wanna do that, you go right ahead. And yeah, chicory adds a dimension of flavor and body to coffee that I've really never seen duplicated. Even some of Starbucks' coffee, and Starbucks has really top-of-the-line coffee. They really do. Even Starbucks cannot touch, chicory. To me, Starbucks is really kind of overpriced and really overrated too. They can do coffee well, they just do it, you know, sort of like how Mac isn't necessarily bad from a hardware perspective. Mac just loves to like be, no, excuse me. Mac loves to be snobbish and like dickish about their proprietary software, hardware, etc. And so like Starbucks is a lot the same. They like to be dickish with, oh, well, we do coffee amazing. And like, they do it well, but they would do better to be less dickish about it and be more open-minded. And like, you just don't get that from, you know, like Community Blend coffee, or Community Brand coffee. They just don't. They make no bones about it. They aren't there to like do anything but make good coffee. I get the feeling that a lot of brands these days are like, they're not only here to sell you a product, they're there to be obnoxious about it. They're there to preach to you about this or that idea. But I don't buy coffee to be preached at. And I don't think anyone else does either. Same for my hardware. I don't want to be preached at because a hardware company thinks their shit's the best forever and ever and ever. But oh well. Enough about that. I don't want to get off on that tangent too badly. But you get the idea. My favorite drink is just this wonderful blend of coffee, and then I just let it come to room temperature, and I just pour it over ice. And it is amazing. You don't even really have to like worry about you know, your sweetener of choice. You know, just a little sugar and cream if you like that, and go from there. Like, it is wonderful. Sometimes simple is best. Now then, I kind of want to put some sort of a design. But I'm not quite sure what sort of design I want to put. Yeah, let's just scoot this over a bit. 17? No. 25. 28. Okay. So yeah, favorite drink. Another wonderful question from you-know-who. Favorite YouTube video? That one's difficult. I've not really... I don't really have one. Strange as that may seem. There's lots of dumb shit I've seen over the years that just tickle my funny bone. And, if I had to stop and think about them, I really couldn't tell you any one favorite. Like, I don't go back and rewatch a bunch of videos or anything like that. Problem, especially with modern YouTube, is that videos are here today, gone tomorrow. Videos just do not last. And as a result, there's not really... Unless you download them yourself, or you find a mirror, somebody else who's willing to download it, found it just as good as you, and wanted to preserve it. Unless you get lucky like that, ugh, yikes, your odds are not looking very good. YouTube videos, you know, it could just be one day that there is no YouTube and all the videos on there are gone. There may just never be a time where people consider videos on YouTube. Like, there are a lot of relics from the past on there, for sure. But it may just be that one day people don't care about them. I don't know. Whoops. I feel like it'd be better if I went from the top. Also, did I not? Oh, I don't have Optifine installed. Damn it. When did I swap to that other profile? Oh well. I'm going to leave this section full and then mirror it over here. Okay. Oh! This isn't even centered. That might change things. There we go. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't really answer that question too well. Maybe someday I will have a different opinion. But right now, I just don't think YouTube videos stick around long enough to really develop an attachment to them. Like I said, YouTube is just so trigger happy these days. I really just don't expect videos to stick around forever anymore. I used to be under the delusion, and this was very much a delusion, because this is just something I did not know as well as I thought I knew. Oh shit, that's still not centered. Damn it. But yeah, I used to be under the delusion that if it was on the internet, it was on there for life. It was going to be there forever and ever and ever and ever. And if you did something stupid and you put something on the internet, well, you're going to have a bajillion people know about it and gawk at you and laugh and all that. And while I don't doubt that there's still truth to that, there we go, much better. The whole things are on the internet forever thing, no. That is not at all realistic. Shit disappears from the internet all the time. And there's almost nothing other than other than you mirroring your own, you know, stuff. There are so many places that get, say for example, taken down. How many file sharing websites have come into being and then died just because they couldn't stand the test of time? People wouldn't use them. They couldn't get advertising. The fucking government came and crashed the party. You know, there's no such thing as forever. There really isn't. Don't delude yourself. Things are not permanent. Even digital files go bye-bye eventually, somehow, some way. Oh, whoops. It's unfortunate, it's sad, you know, nobody wants to see it happen. like I said, unless you're willing to mirror stuff for your own sake, for your own use, you're really not in a good position when it comes to maintaining things. Everything is destined to disappear, don't forget that. That includes your favorite, I don't know, tentacle porn or whatever. Brazilian fart porn. I remember that episode. That was from South Park, by the way. So yeah, but on a serious note, like, you really do have to kind of stay on top of things. Keep things you like close to the vest, because shit goes bye-bye faster than you can blink sometimes. Don't forget that. You may end up having to face that someday. Because I've recently gone on a download spree to find a somewhat older game, a visual novel from, I don't know, not even 7 or 8 years ago, that got a translation and then just vanished off the face of the fucking web. And I cannot find any active, still maintained downloads. Nobody's archived, as far as I can tell. Like, it's just poof, gone. And there's nothing more frustrating than having a series of games or novels, and you can find 80-90% of them, but there's just 1 or 2 that are inexplicably missing. And you know for a fact they were released. Somebody attempted to translate it, somebody did something with it, and it's just gone. Scrubbed from the internet, seemingly. And what do? The answer is nothing. You can't do anything about it. You know, you get used to the idea of things not always being there. Actually, I like the idea of these being raised. Whoops. And not having this glass here instead. And so we will stack this 28. So that there's glass on everything now. But yeah. So that's just my word of advice, word of caution. Be careful what you think about, be careful what you do. But at the same time, sometimes things just disappear. So maybe don't worry that hard. I don't know. There's a lot of lost media, yeah, and the internet has accelerated the amount of things that have become lost media. There's a lot that has been found, and I would say there's just as much that has been lost. So, like, too bad. You gotta deal with it. Oops. Sadly, that is the way the world works. But hey, don't get too discouraged by it, you know. You'll have lots of fun experiences and cool things you'll see. So it's not even like it's, you know, the end-all to be-all. If you miss something, you might get the rare, lucky opportunity to see it again. There's no guarantee it's gone forever and ever, just, you know, some things come and go in waves. So yeah, sorry, that got deeper than I expected it to be. But that's okay, that's why I rambled. That's what you're here to hear me do, ramble, right? No? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, but anyway, so, favorite meme. This person's on fire, I tell you. From what I've seen, anyway, they ask a lot of questions. But that's okay. It gives me a lot to talk about. I'd always kind of been struggling about things to talk about and ways to fill the dead air that I often inadvertently make. And yeah, this person has unnecessarily gone out of their way to ensure that I don't ever have to worry about that again. So thank you. Thank you so much. But as for my favorite meme, I don't have one. That's like, I've been around the block a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I've been on the internet since 2006. I've seen just about every major good, bad, silly, and other trend. You know, things that have fallen flat, things that have had a little bit of a breakthrough, things that have just disappeared off the face of the earth that nobody seemingly remembers. I've seen a lot about the internet. I've seen a lot what goes on here. I know the score. And like, there are a lot of really old memes that I know that half of my friends have never heard, that most of you will have never heard. And I just kind of have to go, okay. Yeah. They don't know that. Get used to that. You will have it happen to you as well. For example, Ugandan Knuckles. Now that was a shitty meme that had like 2 months of relevance in 2018 and then died a very deserving, very swift death. And it was stupid. And it was everywhere. And everybody used it. And it was stupid. But there's going to come a time where someone's going to make a reference to it, and it may be like 5, 10, 15 years down the road. And you're going to be like, yeah, I know what that is. But then you'll go, oh shit, it's been 10, 15 years since that was a thing. Wow, where does the time go? And you'll be like, oh shit, do the kids of today even know that that was a thing? And of course the answer will be no. Of course they won't. And they'll be like, ew, boomer. Well, they may not call you a boomer, but they'll call you something that's supposedly derogatory or whatever. And they'll be like, ew, boomer, how dare you come in here with your crappy old-ass memes. Get out of here. How dare you invade our safe space? And you'll just shake your head and go, oh, shit. Kids these days. And then you'll take a hard step back and go, oh, God. No, John, you are the demons. And you'll just have to, like, accept your fate. We are all destined to end up that way, sooner or later, for better or worse. So don't get too attached. Don't get too don't get too smug. The next generation will just come along and do it to you. And then, you know, the one after them will do it to them, and so on and so forth. And the cycle will just endlessly repeat. You know, it is what it is. Can't be helped. But just remember, you were warned. There we go. I think I want a series of slabs. Oh, shit. Yeah, just like that. Then I can put a little shelf of some kind back here. Revisit our old friend armor stand. Ooh, actually. Maybe make it jut out a little. Oh yeah. Well, that's good. Okay. So that way as you walk through this area, you'll see that. And then I need something, maybe a giant painting of some kind up there. Maximum fancy, you know. Uh-oh, what happened? Kenshi? What happened to Kenshi? Oh no, you can't untime out someone. Oh, that's shitty. How did you mess up, Mike? Well, it's only for 300 seconds. It's really not that bad. What happened exactly? I didn't see it. Oh my god, it deleted everything. Slipped and pressed the wrong thing. Okay, that's alright, man. I'm so sorry, Kenshi. Don't worry, you'll be back. Shit, man. Well, accidents happen. No hard feelings. That's 5 minutes? 300 seconds? No, that's 10 minutes. Isn't it? Yeah. Or no, sorry, 60. 60. So yeah, if it were 30 seconds, that would be... So yeah, it's 5 minutes. Okay. Sorry. I did not brain properly. Well, 5 minutes is not that bad. Kenshi has a name, and it is Robert Paulson. What? What are you talking about, Stone Cold Killer? I'm so sorry, Kenshi. Well, we'll just have to kind of, you know, go on for now. Okay, so that leaves me a... Three by 4? Three by 3, so I can get away with a 3 by 3. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe do another... Only this time I wanted to be 3 by 4. That could work. I've still got plenty of landscapes to choose from. And in fact, I might, depending, I might show off the process by which I do that. How I make a thing. Because some people have wondered how you make a map art from nothing without physically making the map art in game. And there's a really cool website that lets you do just that. What are you talking about? JJ? No. 300 seconds is not 10 minutes. If a minute was 30 seconds, that would be 10 minutes. But because it's 60, you divide that number in half. Pretty sure. Let me double check on this, just to be sure I'm not being silly, because math offhand is... That's 5 minutes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, Mike was right. Phew. It's okay, everybody. Kenshi's just gone for a moment. He'll be back. 'Twas an accident. Mike didn't mean to murder a man. We can poke fun at him for murdering somebody later. Don't worry about it. No, guys, stop talking about him murdering that poor guy. Oh, God. There was just so much blood. And all of it was Kenshi's. I'm so sorry, Kenshi. Okay. Thinking I want to put a similar sort of everything here. Now, can I put... Yeah, I can do that, yeah. Whoops. Okay, I think it'd be easier to just copy-paste this. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted from what I initially did. To the worm who first gnawed on the cold flesh of my corpse, I dedicated fond remembrance of these posthumous memories. Well, I'm glad you're okay with it accidentally happening that way, Kenshi. Also, 10 minutes wore off really fast. But I'm glad. I wouldn't want someone to just continue to be inadvertently punished. Okay, sorry. I too have been distracted. Oh boy. Oh god. The next one. Oh my god, the next one's a doozy. I'm gonna keep it brief. Okay? Favorite hentai. I'm just going to say the name. I'm not going to go into the details. You can figure it out for yourself. Shoujo Sect. That's it. Next question. Celebrity crush. I don't have one. Sorry. Celebrity nonsense. It just never appealed to me. It was always kind of like, who gives a shit? You know? I was too busy doing stuff in my life. I would assume other people are too busy doing stuff in their lives. Like, it just never really seemed like the sort of thing to waste my time worrying or concerning myself about. It just, who cares? You know, celebrities are other people. They're just people at the end of the day. Who cares? Like, leave them alone, you know? So yeah, celebrity crush, celebrity this, celebrity that. I don't know. Never been a fan of that stuff. In my opinion, it causes too much drama. Just let it go. Just be cool. That's all you got to worry about. So yeah. Sorry I don't have a whole lot of substance for that one, just because it's not really the sort of thing I've ever really thought about. So it really isn't a thing that I could give a good answer to. But, ah well. Favorite man. I'm not quite sure what the nature of this one is asking. If it's like an idol, perhaps? A guy I look up to? My hero? If it's asking who my best friend is? Like just any man that I've ever known? I don't know that I could give a good answer to that. I guess I'd have to go with Alpha Computer. Just because, like, he is the broiest bro that has ever broed. And I feel like if I didn't answer Alpha, he would be very mad at me. So yeah, that's the answer I'm going to go with. Alpha Computer is my favorite man. He's the only guy that I know decently well anyway. can't really give you much more than that, just because, like, short of going into, like, details of alphas in my friendship, like, other than that, yeah, there really isn't a whole lot to say. Alpha's a cool guy, you know. He and I have always just been. We've had a good sort of dynamic. We always kind of keep each other somewhat cohesive. Yeah, like there's really not a whole lot to say about that. Oh God, she's at it again. Damn it, cat. Ugh. Hold on. We had to appease the cat goddess. Her highness just would not take no for an answer and had to be let in my room. Ah, well. Now then. Wait a sec. Did I make this one too large? So that's what, 5, 6. 6 is fine. Oh, damn it. Yeah, thank you for getting that guy, Mike. I saw him spamming. I don't know why you would go in and just spam the letter E over and over thinking that, you know, nobody's going to notice. How did that unhide? Yeah, I don't know. It didn't unhide on my end. That's all I can tell you. Don't worry about it, Mike. You're doing your best. There we go. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. There we go. Perfect. Now then. Favorite place to hang out at? Home. Let's just be real here. Home. I'm not a go out type of person. It's just my favorite thing to do is to be at home. I would rather be shit posting, watching a YouTube video, doing something creative, something. And yeah, like, now when I was a teen, I will say this, I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when I was in my mid-high school days, so about sophomore, junior, you know, that time. I've recently, within the last 4 years, gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh! But I can do that online, so I don't have to actually go anywhere to play games. As a result, I haven't really been going out to hang out, if that makes sense. Like, occasionally, rarely, at my old job or at the job before that, I would have, I don't know, we'd have a party or something. And we would either hold it in the conference room of our, you know, the little workplace I had, or we would go out to a venue of some kind. That was about it. There was a painting place. They offered painting classes, things like that. So we would hold a party there, Christmas parties, things like that. That was okay. You know, that wasn't too bad. I was already sort of artsy anyway, so having that kind of an opportunity, I guess, never really, like, it wasn't bad. No, I want to, shit, how do I want to do this? I'm not sure if I want this to be a hanging balcony or if I want this to like connect up. Actually, yeah, I think I want this to connect up. That sounds like a good idea. But yeah, so like hanging out isn't really the sort of thing I would do. There really aren't any places that I would go in the town that I live in that I would consider a good place to go hang out at anyway. Okay, so I want the stairs to start here. Once again, no obsidian stairs, Mojang. I will just have these connect upward like so. So yeah, sorry, hanging out just... I feel like that's more my early days. When I was into Yu-Gi-Oh, we would go hang out. Unironically, we would go to the mall. I suddenly realized I was going somewhere with that. And I didn't get there. But yeah, we would go to the mall, hang out in the food court, and we would play Yu-Gi-Oh there, because I don't think we had a store or any sort of venue we could play that at. And so yeah, we were eventually kicked out of the mall for doing that, because dumb teens will do dumb teen things and raise a ruckus and cause problems, and things will happen that eventually lead to parents being called and other dumb shit like that. Don't let teens be at the mall unsupervised. That's generally not a good idea. But oh well, what can you do? Thankfully, I never really got in any trouble like that, so meh. I was always a much nicer person than the people around me. But we loved playing the game, so, you know, it's whatever. You know, I'm almost tempted to drop this down a block. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just to make the stairs seem a bit thicker. I love remodeling an idea. Settling on a design and then changing it halfway through. Wonderful. Yeah, that'll work. Kids hanging out at the mall isn't a thing anymore. I know. How time has flown. It's literally a meme at this point, isn't it? Like, one day, unironically, one day, your children will come up to you and go, "Daddy, Mommy, what's a mall?" And you'll just be like, it was that thing that people would go to get shit before Amazon was a thing. And they'll be like, "Are you sure?" Because, you know, Amazon will, of course, Amazon will control the world by that point. So they'll be like, "There was a before Amazon? Nuh-uh, you're lying." Just like with some of you now are probably wondering, what? There was a before the internet? You're lying. There's no way that's true. But yes, there was indeed a before the internet. There was indeed a before Amazon. It's a strange new world, isn't it? The world we find ourselves in. We just gotta make do. Deal with it. Well, it's not that bad. Realistically, it's not like the world is all that bad. It just seems bad because, you know, you're programmed to hear about the terrible things rather, and then just sort of expect that to be the norm. But I guarantee you there's more good than we are led to know. But hey, what can you do? Just gotta let your not let things get too far out of hand in your own life. Don't know how you will do that, but you know, good luck. Good luck to you. You will need it. Okay. It's coming along good. Put a little railing here. It isn't much of a railing, but it'll do. Wouldn't want anyone to jump to their death or anything. Let's hang some lanterns. Oh, ha! This next one. What is my address? I mean, do I have to say that I'm not answering that? Because I'm not. Favorite cuisine. This isn't functionally too different from the favorite dish, favorite food question. But like, I guess if I had to pick a style, probably Mexican. Most everybody likes getting Mexican. There's a good variety of things. Taco Bell. You know, everybody loves Taco Bell. I've never heard of anybody really bad-mouthing Taco Bell of all places. Like, most everybody's, you know, pretty alright with the state of food. And I've rambled enough about food today anyway, so, you know, I'll just say Taco Bell. Go from there. Okay, I'm gonna make this a whole room all its own. Let's go down a little. And then back. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and smooth out these walls. You don't like Taco Bell, Mike? Oh my god, what is wrong with you, boy? Ugh. Basic. No, I'm just kidding. You're entitled to your tastes, don't worry. I don't mind. I'm not terribly wild about Taco Bell all the time. I'll only get it once in a blue moon. But everybody seems to, at the very least, be okay with them. Taco Bell is not the sort of place you think of and go, oh god, no, not there. Everybody's okay with Taco Bell, more or less. So I'm okay with that too. Next. Did I enjoy school? Oof. I enjoyed it in the latter part of schooling. I'm assuming you mean high school. I wasn't a fan of early high school. Mostly because I hadn't really found myself. People were, you know, we still had that middle school mentality. Bullying was still extremely common. there wasn't as much trouble in latter high school because I had taken most of the classes that I'd wanted already, or that I needed, rather. I could kind of coast the last semester and a half of high school. And that was really nice. That was wonderful. Really a shame I couldn't do that all of school. But I was really happy when it was all said and done that I didn't really have to worry too much about high school. And then I got the rude awakening that was college. Oh my God. I'm far better equipped to handle college nowadays. You know, now that I'm way, way older and way more mature. Just that, you know, it was a shock. I love the freedom that it gives me, though. I will not lie, the freedom is really cool. Oh, but yeah, if I had to do it all over again, I would probably redo elementary. Elementary was not a great time for me. I was not... Like, I picked my nose as a kid. You know, it's just one of those bad habits kids get into. And you're not any worse of a person for doing that. But goddamn, to the children there at the school I went to, they certainly thought very little of me simply because I picked my nose. Yeah, it was gross, and, you know, it's not a good thing to do. And I've heard that it can, you know, cause nosebleeds and other blockage problems, things like that. But, like, kids are kids, you know? I chalk it mostly up to children don't know any better. They're vicious monsters because they haven't had to be polite members of society. They haven't had it drilled into them yet. And so a lot of people were just like unnecessarily toxic and standoffish. And like, I imagine things would be different today. But also that if I had to redo it, I would hope that I could redo all of that with the wisdom and intelligence that I have gained as a not child to hopefully avoid a lot of that trouble just because. And then I could actually enjoy elementary school for what it was. And like, elementary would have been such a laid back, easy time if not for the kids. Because you get to go out, you get to nap, you get to have recess, you get to have, like, I believe we did a bunch of, like, coloring and assignments like that. And just, that would have been okay. And a lot of that stuff went out the window when I, you know, went to middle school. And that's just some stuff that I miss. You know, I wouldn't mind doing some of that over again. But I could definitely do without the children brattiness, the childishness. I could definitely do without all that. But that's okay, you know. Time marches on. People change. I have no idea where any of those people are nowadays, come to think of it. Oh, and speaking of, high school reunion. That never happened. There was never any plan or any success as far as I'm aware. Nobody ever did any high school reunion. It's been almost 15 years since I graduated high school. I've heard nothing about anybody wanting to do a reunion or do anything of any kind. And like, it's kind of sad. But at the same time, I think that's really something only the older generations could really do. People today are I don't know, maybe they're not connected enough in person. Like, we're connected online, but like in person, especially with like COVID, people don't really want to have in-person contact. They prefer the shitty, lesser voice only, you know, that just doesn't do it for me. I don't mind meeting people in face to face. But this whole, you know, well, social distancing just in general, like, honestly, I genuinely think that's unhealthy. It may prevent you from catching the bug, but it does a number on people's well-being. Like, people don't know what to do with themselves when they can't meet up and talk to people, their friends and family and loved ones. I really kind of think social distancing is insidious, because I've never really seen it do any good. I've only ever heard of the negatives of it. And nobody's willing to blame it. But it's totally, like, that's completely the cause. So I don't know. It's kind of fucky. Really is. But hey, what can you do? People are dead set on living how they're going to live, so maybe things will go back to normal someday. Copium. Okay, 7, 8. I keep hearing that wish. Maybe things will go back to normal. But I don't see any efforts. I don't see any movement on that front. Really makes me wonder if that's ever going to happen. But oh well. Enough of that depressing topic. I changed it from something that wasn't so bad to something that was way worse. Oh well. I feel like I just shoot that off. Well, when I don't have anything else to say. It's a very bizarre verbal tick of mine. But not too bad of a question there. What do I want in Minecraft the most, aside from sideways stairs and slabs? Walls, stairs, and slabs for every material. If it is a solid block, I want a wall, stair, and a slab variant of it. I don't feel like they get enough love. And that Mojang probably just doesn't know any better. Mostly because people, I don't think, talk about it. They've shot down the whole no stairs and slab or sideways stairs and slabs thing. But expanding the roster, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? I would think, you know, having obsidian stairs and slabs would be great. Along with every other material, glass, wool, you know, things of that nature. That would be great. Glass walls, yeah, that would be great. We already have glass panes for that. So maybe just, maybe just like a flat slab of glass. That would be cool. Just things like that. So I don't know. I wouldn't be averse to that. Yeah, that looks good. Wonderful. This song is such a banger. I feel like I've rambled a lot about Minecraft just in general before, so like, you know, what's your favorite item? What's your favorite this, that? What do you want to see? Like, those aren't bad questions, just that I've probably hit on it once or twice. So yeah, just an expansion of what you can or can't have. What building materials we do or don't have. And in this case, you know, the aforementioned stair slab of everything. Maybe Mojang wouldn't be against the idea. But I also feel like they're very preoccupied with their new blocks for 1.18, 1.19. Or no, yeah, it would be 1.19, wouldn't it? And so they're probably not considering older things like that. Shame, really. I feel like Minecraft would improve if they did add just a few more interesting new twists on older standbys. I like that. We need cogs again. No, I'm good. Do I watch anime? Yes, I do. Cogs were very, very, very useless. Pistons do everything that a cog could do, but better. Like, what would a cog even bring to the table? What would it accomplish? I feel like there just wouldn't be a point, you know? Chiseled, okay. Quartz with quartz pillar. There we go. Okay. Oh, this next one's a doozy. Opinion on gay. I'm assuming that's just gay people in general. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't really have one. I have no real thoughts that I devote to it. I just don't care because it's not my lifestyle, and it's really all there is to it. Like, you want to be you, go right ahead. You do you. I can't really just... I don't know, I just don't think about it enough for it to matter to me. Yeah, I just don't have much of an opinion. Sorry. It's one of the few things that I guess I don't have a treasure trove of ideas on. Or a endless level of blathering that I can do on the subject. I guess it depends on the person, too. Obviously, there are good people and bad people of all types, so... I don't know. I don't have a broad, sweeping opinion. I just have whatever individual opinions I have of various people, and that's it. So I can't answer that one as in-depth as I would probably like. Or maybe as the person who asked it would like. I don't know. But all in all, you know. We all live our lives. We all do what we can. As long as you're not out there hurting people, I don't really care too badly. It's not eating me inside or anything. Okay, I think want to put a floor on this. Ooh. Quartz block, quartz pillar. Ooh, I like that. And then I put chiseled every other. Stack that like 5 times. Oh, wait. Undo. I keep forgetting when I'm stacking something, it's got to be in a tesselatable form. Okay. All right. Next question. Favorite color? I believe I've said this before. It's a dark shade of green. I've also got a soft spot for red. Red and black go really well together. It's another really good one. Not too sad about green and black either. They work well. There are a fair few color combinations that are just great. But yeah, dark shade of green and dark shades of red aren't too bad either. I feel like the question of your favorite color is just such a, like, how do you either care about color, you know about color theory, or you don't really have much of a clue and you just like what you like. And there's very little in between. Colors are really cool. That's really all I can say about it. I like color. You know, back before there was color in movies, God, movies were just so much better when color came about. Why, back in my day... No, I'm kidding. Like, color is one of those things that is so common and so ubiquitous. It's really not something people stop to think about too hard. At least I don't. And then there are also people who have, you know, preferences that change with their mood, with their mindset, and so on. And that's something I can't really fault anyone for. Especially if you're in a, I don't know, certain point in your life, maybe. This or that color will best reflect you, or it brings out a certain mood or thought pattern. Something like that. Colors are weird that way. Okay. Kind of want to bring... this ceiling, or bring this wall up, and then sort of vault it, going toward the ceiling. Or going toward this back wall, I mean. Something like that. Do 3. Oh, I've been neglecting chat. I'm so sorry. Opinions of people who wear masks while driving by themselves in their car. Why, that's just dumb. Oh my god, I know. That is exactly the same thing I'm thinking. I'm like, you're alone. You're fine. Why are you wearing that? And yet, you'll see them drive around town that way anyway. They're a strange bunch, but they're not hurting anybody, I guess, so meh, have at it. do whatever you think is nice, whatever's going to keep you safe, I guess. I mean, you're realistically not doing anything to keep yourself safe because you're not accomplishing anything. You're not losing, but you're not really winning either. You're not really doing anything. It's just a net neutral. Like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, you know? It's like whoop-de-doo. I actually think I want to stack this whole section. Oh, damn it. Oh, well, it didn't cut through too badly. That's fixable. But yeah, people will do silly things just like that. It's the kind of guy you can spend hours listening to and be sure you have a nice time. Well, thank you so much, Kenshi. That's kind of the problem with this tiny percentage of people who act woke and think everybody cares, when most people are like, I don't know, I don't have an opinion. Yeah, it's a crime to not have an opinion on some things. Have you noticed that? Some people are just so insistent that their viewpoint be above and beyond reproach, above and beyond examination, above and beyond thought, that it just automatically be the thing everybody says. It's the first thing that comes to your mind. And like, that's not realistic. Most people don't care. Not that deeply. Most people have a greater sense of urgency about more important subjects like, am I going to get paid tomorrow? Am I going to be able to live in my house next year? Or my apartment or whatever. And there's a very big disconnect between people like that and your average person. Really a shame. There are people who just genuinely don't see that. They don't get it. And probably never will. Realistically, they probably never will. Oh well. Went to see the top 10 best Minecraft builds. A guy named Universalist just downloaded a Space Valkyria map, gave a YouTube video, and got 500k views. Wow. Hey, Universalist, what do you have to say about that? I know you're in here. You can't hide from me. Thief! No, I know about Universalist. It's fine. In all fairness, like, I saw Universalist's build from the ground up. Like, it's really not what a bunch of people seem to think it is. Actually, if I'm going to do this. Stack it 9 that way. No. Stack it 11 that way. Yeah, Universalist made a very strongly Space Valk 3 inspired base. He's still working on it, by the way. Posts updates about it in the Discord all the time. He's a good guy. Like, he does good work. I can't lie. I'm pretty sure he did say that it was inspired by Space Valk. He didn't just download the map. Like, he made his own thing. That's something I don't think people get. You're allowed to make your own thing in homage of something else. And as far as I can tell, that's what he did. But sadly, people of the Reddit persuasion will probably very likely not see or hear about that. But, oh well. There's genuinely no correcting the record or getting people to see things when you tell them how something is. If they've made up their minds, especially a giant internet collective like Reddit, they will almost never come around to the correct factual interpretation of something because they've made up their minds. They've heard, seen, whatever, drawn their own conclusions, and that's it. And everything else be damned. And it's just kind of like, well, what a waste of breath. And like I said, there's no helping that. So don't lose too much sleep over it. Actually, I think I'm going to make it go 5-3-1. Just like that. I mean, there's a reason most of the internet looks down on Reddit. It's because it just breeds and it encourages this mob mentality of don't think, you know? Don't ask questions, just do. Follow the herd. Follow the lemmings right off the cliff. And it's such a sad mentality because it's so easy to see the fault in it and then go from there and then fix it, you know, prevent yourself from falling prey to it. Something. Nope. There are a lot of people who don't want to know or say or do anything for themselves. They worship their own weakness, their own feebleness, and they are all too happy to just go with the flow, to just join the herd and then shout at others who don't. And it's sad. But they'll pay. They'll pay whatever price they end up paying for it. They'll you know, somewhere in their own lives, something will come up short, and they won't know why. They'll make a bad decision. They'll go with the crowd one too many times. It'll bite them in the ass. Something. For example, all those poor Bernie fools who, especially the second time around, were all like, vote for Bernie again, guys. Go donate to his campaign. And then, well, where are they now? Right. That's what going with the herd gets you. That's what the herd mentality breeds. Gullibleness. Feebleness. And ultimately, destruction. So, value yourself. Value thinking and doing for yourself. And I know, you know, ripping off of a Minecraft build, like, not terribly high on the list of priorities to stop and consider. But, you know, I know a lot of people in that Reddit thread yelled at Universalists for basically no other reason other than that other idiots were yelling. Don't do that just because other people are doing it. You know? That's how the Salem witch trials got out of hand the way they did. Don't be a fool who's in the crowd yelling because they're in a crowd and everybody's yelling. Again, people like that get their comeuppance one way or another. They make foolish mistakes, they say the wrong thing, and they get singled out, they get sacrificed to the mob. Something inevitably happens to people like that. And they rue the day. So don't feel too bad for them. They choose that life, they reap what they sow. God, everything's just becoming so downer today, isn't it? Good grief. What is wrong with me? Okay, I'll probably do one last big question. Favorite country? I've only ever been to the Caribbean. That's the only other state I've been to outside the United States. So I can't really give you a good answer on that one. Part of the Caribbean I went to was Nassau, which I believe is the capital of the Bahamas. I went to on a Disney cruise when I was like 13. And it was really fun. It was a really interesting cool experience. Like it just, it was really fun. Like it was really cool. I loved it. And that's it. Like I was really too young to draw any conclusions about it beyond that. It just was, it was a fun experience. Like that's such a stock answer. It wasn't a bad looking place, I guess. The part that we went to was obviously very touristy, and so it was a lot cleaner. But I've heard things like parts of the Bahamas and parts of the Caribbean are very dirty and like run down. And I get it. You know, I understand why. But, you know, I was just a kid. It's not like I would have been able to know anything about that or understand anything about that, really. So, you know, it is what it is. I liked the Caribbean enough that I would consider going on another cruise. You know, just going on a, maybe not a cruise, but like a smaller tour of sorts, I guess. A smaller excursion, perhaps. I don't know. We'll have to see. I've never really had the money beyond that initial time when my parents, because my parents saved up for years to get all that, and we were much poorer when we were younger. So my parents had to, you know, scrounge up for years to get that vacation, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It was very fun. It was very good, very interesting. Certainly a memorable experience I will never forget. But, yeah, doing it again, I don't know. One of those things that I wouldn't mind doing again if I have the money. Although I don't actually know if it's prohibitively expensive. Problem is, by the time we were much better off, I was already out of high school. And so going on a cruise or doing something like that just wasn't appealing to me. I didn't care. My mother is a Disney fanatic. And just, she loves doing stuff like that, and I get it. I really do, but I don't. I'm more indoorsy, creative, do your own thing, entertainment, you know, that sort of thing. And she is too, to a large degree. I can see where I get it. But she also does like to go out and do things, and I can't really blame her. But at the same time, I'm not chomping at the bit to go on another cruise, just that it's something that I might consider in the future. So I don't know, we'll see. Keyser Stills. What's my opinion on holes versus bases, and how are holes way better than bases? Holes versus bases. Holes are easier to make, and you only have to worry about the interior. Bases are much more elaborate. They have an exterior as well as an interior. The problem with that is exteriors are very hard to design. A lot of people don't like it because it's more trouble than they are willing to put themselves through. So I don't know. I like bases because, again, exteriors are really nice when done well. It pays off when you invest the time and effort into making an exterior that looks good. But if you want a really nice, you know, internal area, just a hole in the ground with stuff in it, you know, or rather a cave that's just been whittled out to be, you know, a really specific space with like furniture, decoration, you know, stuff like that. That's really good too. It all depends on what you're willing to go to, what lengths you're willing to go to. Obsidian. Okay. Oh God. Undo. I didn't need to paste that. I don't know where that even pasted. One rogue paste can ruin everything. Very good question. Kieser? I hope I said that right. Very good question, man. Very good. Then he tried to say it was inspired. Well, it was inspired. The community exposed him. Okay, so Universalist made this Reddit post when? Because I'm fairly certain Universalist was already in the Discord by that time and showing me, or rather, no, maybe not the Discord. We may not have started the Discord yet. But I know for a fact Universalist was showing me this shit in DMs. When did Universalist and I start talking? Let me, oh God, when did he and I start really... Universal. We started talking back in April. Just wanted to show you this progress on this end base. Heavily inspired by you. April 19th, 2021. I'm fairly certain that thread on the Reddit. Let me look that up real quick. What was it? Space Valkyria inspired? Oh, wait. Universals. Oh, man. Sin. By the way, that build has a completely different name. University of Reddit. Oh my God. Damn. Fucking Google. Somebody link me that thread. I'm going to have to look into this later. But I'm fairly certain that what Universalist was showing me, he showed me months before that Reddit thread was a thing. And he came out and said that it was inspired by it. Oh God, I cannot find it now. Well, it's somewhere in my history. I'm not going to bother looking too hard for it. If someone wants to link it to me, whatever. At any rate. So, I mean... people are all too quick to just go, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Like, a lot of these people don't know what they're doing half the time. People are all too quick to find a bad guy and then just shit on them. When it may not be a bad guy. That's the thing. So I don't know. It's whatever. It's Reddit. What can I say? I've railed about Reddit enough. you all should probably understand my opinions and stances on Reddit now. Or by now, I mean. So yeah, let's not worry too hard about it. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna be it for today. I've pretty well answered all the questions I can answer for right now. So we'll be at it again for another wonderful building stream next, what is it, Wednesday? Oh boy. My, how time flies. The block placement synced with the music made you happy. Okay, well, I wasn't trying, but sure. Okay. That's gonna be that. Although I actually don't like those blocks poking out now. I liked it more uniform. Alrighty then. One last thing. I think I'm gonna... Actually, I think I'll be putting some armor stands here. I'll get a full set of armor and deck these things out later. Problem is that too many armor stands really hits the frame rate hard. Okay. Well, that being said, all things being good. No, not all the questions, I realize. There are tons more questions that dude asked. But for today, that's all I feel like doing. I will catch y'all some other day. Wednesday, of course, you know the day. Look on my schedule if you aren't sure. And yeah, I will catch y'all later. Y'all take care. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all to those who donated. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Bye.